Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to each of you and your families for being here today. One question for all of you. Raise your hand if you've ever been a judge. Mr. Brindisi, you're the only one on the panel that has ever served as a judge. So let me come to you, because we hear a lot about two tiers of justice, that there are some people, some families, some groups that think that they deserve one type treatment, and there are others that get a different type of treatment. So as you look at this issue of people beginning to doubt the court, that there is equal treatment and equal justice. So how do you approach that? And people that think that there are some that get favoritism.
Good morning, Senator. I can tell you that in my court, and I have a very large pro se docket in the court that I serve in, it's important to me to make sure everyone understands that comes before the court that I have the pleasure of serving in, that they are going to get equal treatment regardless of their background.
On the bench, are you a politician or a judge?
I am a judge, Senator.
Okay. I know you've had, let me talk to you about a bill that you had while you were a state legislator. You co-sponsored the New York State DREAM Act. Do you remember that?
I do recall that.
Okay, and it was a bill that allowed illegal aliens to receive taxpayer-funded scholarships for college, and Governor Cuomo ultimately signed it in 2019, correct?
I was, I'm not sure of the status of the bill since I've left the legislature.
It was signed in 2019, and you co-sponsored it back in 2015, correct?
That sounds correct, Senator.
Okay, do you still support forcing U.S. taxpayers to pay for scholarships for those that have broken the law and have entered the country illegally?
Senator, it's been a number of years since I sponsored that legislation, and I do want to stress—
Do you still support it? That's, I've got 2 minutes left.
I'll try to be quick. At that point, as a policymaker, I can give you my reasonings for supporting the bill at that time.
Submit that in writing.
I will do.
Do you still support it?
I can submit it in writing.
Okay, just yes or no. I still support that, or no, I don't.
Senator, as a sitting judge
Okay.
and a judicial nominee.
Well, no, this plays into it. And this is why it's so important for us to get these answers from you all. We've got 5 of you that have never been a judge. You're going to get a lifetime appointment. People are so frustrated with going to court and feeling like they're before a politician, or feeling that there are 2 tiers of justice, are feeling that people that don't deserve something are getting it. And this is not a partisan issue. It is an issue that people bring to us. Let me talk to you a moment about your legal experience. And I looked at your record, and by my count, as a practicing attorney, you had no experience with criminal matters. Is that accurate?
Senator, as a practicing attorney, as a policymaker, and now as a judge, I've had lots of experience with criminal matters over the years in the court that I sit in
Okay,
now.
but you've only presided over civil trials, right?
That is correct. However,
Okay.
the trials—
Well, looking at the significant number of criminal cases that are on a district judge's docket, how can you assure us that you're going to be prepared to do this job and not be in training school for the first couple of years?
Senator, as a judge now, I preside over matters involving alleged false arrest, which require me to evaluate probable cause, which is something I would have to do as a district court judge. I preside over several matters involving—
Okay, my time's about to run out, and I want to move on. I know that Senator Graham and Senator Lee each asked you about the Equality Act, and you were a co-sponsor, an original co-sponsor of the Equality Act when you were in Congress, correct?
I believe that's correct, Senator.
Okay. I'm going to quote from the Equality Act, and I'm quoting, "An individual shall not be denied access to a shared facility, including a restroom, locker room, dressing room, that is in accordance with the individual's gender identity," end quote. In other words, under this bill that you not only co-sponsored, you voted for it, the women of America could no longer expect that they would have single-sex locker rooms, they would have multi-stall bathrooms, or jails. That would be taken away under the version of the bill that you co-sponsored and you're voting for. So, with all of that in mind, are you comfortable with your vote on the Equality Act, or would you revisit that?
Senator, it's been a number of years since I sponsored that legislation, and I do understand there is a...
Simple yes or no. Do women deserve that privacy, or do they not, in your opinion?
Senator, as a sitting court judge in state court right now and as a district
Yes
court
or no?
nominee,
The answer is no. Thank you, Mr. Chair.